in order to implement the current task. Can anyone make a suggestion to me or to the class? Yesterday you've done it, eh? So today we want to implement the same procedure. Okay, where is the place that we need to start first? Try to pick up your mind. Class? Keep quiet, nanti you feel sleepy lah.
Dekat checkbox ada, doktor.
Ha? Checkbox eh? Tak nampak lah sekali checkbox ni. Nak try lah communicate. Kenapa segan sangat dia nak cakap? Cuba
User product screen, doktor.
dekat product screen.
User product screen.
Okay, dekat user product screen. Okay, in the first place, where is the main part actually that you think? Dekat mana? User product screen. Okay, let me just go to user product screen. Okay, we try to glance through the code. Okay, this is a user product screen, and then refresh a products. Okay. Okay, why you say user product screen? Tak apa, it's okay. Just give a reason. Tak apa. Salah pun okay. Saya lebih suka salah. I prefer student make a mistake. Sebab nanti dia lagi cepat learn. Dan dia akan ingat. Why you say user product screen? Huh? Why product screen? Why not the order screen? Because we need to implement the order screen. Order. We need to attach a list of order based on the specific user ID or login ID. Okay. If you can read this code, you can see dekat product screen. Ada tak? No, you cannot see the portion of code that related to order. Have you seen it? Ada ke tak ada?
Tak ada,
No.
doktor.
Okay. Lepas tu next kat mana? Then we need to implement it. Mana? There. Ala, can you just give your help or maybe your idea? Who else? Nazmin. Ala, maybe you have the idea or you want to give some option or suggestion?
The orders of that.
Okay, orders dot that. Okay, we look into the order underscore screen first. This is order underscore screen. This is for what actually? If you roughly read this code. Okay. Okay, you can see here. To display a view. This is to populate the user interface, the construction of widget, which you already have your data or your information. related to your order, your order. So this is not a part, this is just to rendering like UI, for example. You can see if you, it's simple in Flutter, because we remember that in your web application, I think in your web 2, you learn on the MVC concept, right? Model view controller. So this one we not call as a MVC, but actually is slightly the concept is the same, right? We also have a model, provider and a screen. So screen is more to the view, rendering the user interface. Okay, more on the logic we already focus and implement in the provider. Okay, that's why to implement this, to restrict a lot order based on the user ID. So we need to write a logic in this portion, provider. So remember, in Flutter, I already, we already experience doing, I think, 2-3 application, and we start doing break it down based on the folder. Not just really to break this. No, there is a purpose. There is a purpose why we break this. Okay? We want to separate the implementation. One is to cater for the user interface. One is more on the logic, and this part is mainly for like what we call something like a template or a standard and skeleton. Okay, so the logic here. So uh, I say to implement for the orders. So we go for the orders dot that. Okay, thank you, Allah. Okay, so we implement here. Remember, in our Flutter apps, every logic we go and implement it in the providers. Okay, clear? Clear, class? Okay,
Clear.
for this part, order item, you can see your code. Previously, in order to access a list of order, we attach only a valid token. But now we need to add one more requirement. That is adding the user ID, because we want to filter based on the user ID. So once you add here, and then of course you need to add also in your constructor. Okay, this part must be clear first. Okay, constructor. Okay, and then okay, remember, whatever that you make a changes to your constructor, you need to know in other program that using the order constructor. So we will go and we will modify in the main main.dat. Okay, so if you can see from your main.dat here, in the proxy provider, we check here. So this is for the orders. Okay, now we are implemented for the orders. So now instead of having existing 2 parameters, now it becomes 3, because we already add user ID. So that's why for creating, I put as a dummy value none, and I put as a none a list. Okay, and then okay, this part we need to ensure that we passing correctly all the parameter here. And then if you look into the actual implementation update, go and then you see the constructor order, and then you have these 3, authentication token, authentication user ID. All this you got it from the authentication.dat or authentication data provider. Okay, and then this is I make a conditional. If none, then I just default as none. Otherwise, it will store with the previous order data. Okay, this part clear. Okay, So next, go back to your orders. Okay. So orders, and then to filter, and we have a list of orders. So what is the code that involved in this part? Retrieve, right? R, eh? So R, so mean that you need to go and check your fetch and set order. Okay, so for this part we need to do a modification. This part, okay, let me just check orders, and then you need to concatenate, find with the user ID .json, and then you need to attach with the authentication token or token value here. Okay, this is a similar process that we have done in the yesterday session, except the yesterday is focused on the product, but today we focus on the orders. Okay, so if I ask you to do you write your code, I think is it possible for you to write the code? Huh? Is it possible?
Yes, doctor.
Because this is the same, except you change only the part. Okay, and then make sure once you add, you put price also. Okay, for creating the order also, I want now to create the order based on the user ID also, so that only that particular user ID can see their own order. Okay, this also the same for the add order. Okay, so this is the part that you need to do a modification. Okay, so for example, let's say I just restart again, because for my second ID no flutter, I have 2 orders. So later I will show you before you write this code. No, not the old code, just modify. Okay. Hopefully it's work. Okay, here. So this okay, this whatever user you log in, it will display. This is default, or it will populate all these of the product. So you have 15 product, and it will populate 50 product. So here, this is the one. Okay, I click order here. Okay, you can see this is order that attached to the user ID mnoflutter@gmail.com. Actually, I have quite number of order, but the rest of the order is belong to muhammadnoor@gmail.com. Okay, so this is the you want to implement this portion only. Okay, clear? Okay, first I will go here. I will let you. Okay, you make this part only. Okay, try to add this one, then try to modify now. Okay, try to follow this code. You can see a full screen for Visual Studio.
Nampak doktor.
Okay, try to follow this part. Okay, Okay, once you complete your constructor, because for me, my style, sometimes when I do some changes here and then I will see there is an error in certain part of the other program or other file, then I will go directly to that file to rectify or to on the spot uh, to add something that if I make a changes. Okay. Okay, once you complete this, please let me know because I want to go to main and then I want you to change also in your main.dat.
Doctor.
Done, eh?
Done, doctor.
Done.
Okay, other student, okay, can I proceed, eh? Okay,
Can.
okay,
Can,
Yes,
go,
doctor.
doctor.
okay, I go to the main and then this part, just refer to line 40 or maybe you 39 or 40, I think 40, yeah.
Orders
Give you a code.
create
Okay,
now.
change notify proxy. So here order. So please put here null after that comma.
Now, okay.
Okay,
Orders.
the one you put here and then add your authentication dot user ID comma.
Okay.
Done.
Not
Done,
yet,
doctor.
Not yet,
Not
doctor.
yet. Huh?
Done.
So, kalau dah bagi tahu
Done, doctor.
just add this part only. One and then this part. Authentication ID and then comma Just follow the syntax. And also
Okay,
must
done,
follow
doctor.
this. Okay, done,
Done, doctor.
Okay, so after that we go back to our orders. Okay, go back to our orders. So we need to implement at both method, add order and fetch and set order. Okay, we focus on the add order first. So add order, just don't override mine. This is yours. Please, this is use your own URL. And then just focus in this part. Okay, focus on this part. The one that I highlighted. Once you complete this, please you can go and proceed for the second URL for fetch and set order.
Yang pertama.
No, this is add orders.
Belakang.
Mana? Which one? Betul lah yang ni lah.
Orders.
Yang URL don't copy me. This is my URL. If you copy, I think you don't. I think you don't have a permission because now we are using token. So every login they have their unique token.
Orders.
Done?
No.
This part done.
Done, doctor.
Okay, orders. This is orders and then this is first orders. Same. So if you don't want to write, also you can copy from the previous one. Okay, so done. Okay, what I want you to do now. You already run your emulator or you want to run it now? Okay, try to run this program. or those who are already run, just restart the apps. Okay. Okay, try to do two different scenario of testing. You log in for using your first email. Create your order. Okay, after that you go to a drawer and then check your order. Okay, then you log in using your second email ID and create another order. Then check the order that you created using a second email ID. Go to your drawer and then go to the order. Check whether the latest order that you created is appeared based on this particular ID.
Okay.
Okay, try to do it now.
I'm trying. I've been trying to.
Those who manage to do a testing, can you just share your emulator so maybe other student can see and can get the result or can compare the result.
Datuk dia boleh add kan?
Okay, for those who manage, just volunteer to share. I think the next task is quite straightforward. Okay, I think 1 hour we can finish it already. The second task at 5-10 minutes only. Okay, done or not? Oh, you still running. Class, why you are so quiet? Are you writing or coding or what?
Sekejap, doktor.
Huh? Okay, try to share.
Doktor nampak ke, doktor?
Nampaklah, tapi tu semua tak apa, it's okay. You dah test the using two different email ID.
Dah doktor. Saya guna 2 email tadi. Satu
Okay, and then
dia masuk yang yang ni,
first,
yang 2 ni yang untuk email
the first ID, first login. Okay.
Yang second tak, yang ni yang second tadi. Yang first tadi saya masukkan yang 2 ni.
Okay. It means that okay lah. The manage to show this. Okay.
Okay, doktor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how about the other student? Nazmi, you okay, Nazmi? Are you managed to get the same not the same the output, but similar? You managed to filter or the order based on the specific login ID. Chan, okay, Chan, you managed to get your output? Yumni? Osha? How about you? Okay, eh? Okay, good. Okay, Saja, okay. Okay, good, eh? So, can I proceed to the next task? Or you
Boleh,
want me
doktor.
to?
Boleh, doktor.
Okay, eh? Next task, okay, let me just share my code first, eh? So this one I don't want to demo, maybe I will explain directly and then you also need to write a coding, but I think it's quite straightforward, okay? So for next, we need to implement a logout, logout features, you know, right? Adding a logout features, Have you seen my Visual Studio?
Yes,
Nampak,
doctor.
doktor?
Yes, doctor.
Nampak, doktor?
Wait, I need to shift my screen. Okay, okay, hidden my Visual Studio. Okay, this part, Okay, we need to add a features for logout. So currently we don't have the logout features or functionality. So we want to add it inside the drawer itself. Okay. So to include the features for the logout for this task, and also to cater for the token expired. So remember, once you log in into your Firebase, you will receive a token. Okay. So this token also they have a life cycle. They have a time span. Okay. So if you read from the Firebase they said that maximum for the token is 60 minutes or 1 hour. Okay, so now we want to implement for the logout first, and then after this, the last task we try to implement how to handle the token expired, and then it will redirect to your login screen. Okay, so for this, when we talk about a token, so it will related to the authorization. So now we need to create a logic how to handle the logout process, okay, or logout method. Okay, so for the authorization, again, to implement the logic, go to the provider, go to your authentication .dat. Okay, so this part and then you need to add a new method called as a logout. Okay, I just put logout. We have a sign up, log in, and then this. Okay, so try to write this code now.
Mana
Okay,
ni?
try to code it now.
Mana ni?
And then hold on, make sure you have this this part. Just check the variable whether you define it or not. In token we already have, and this part this is slightly tricky because I think we need to go, and I also still study on the null value for that is very different. It's a very strange because the null value in that programming is very sensitive. So I don't like this actually. Even though they are very strict to control the null, better than the other language, but I not really feel very user friendly. Very sensitive. So that's why I need to put here condition semua, and then I can assign a null. Okay, this one complete.
Yeah.
We define the variable
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, complete. Then implement this method. Okay, try to implement this method. Okay, once you complete, again, please inform me. Okay, those who have a problem, please let me know. Those have a problem to follow the code, please, if you need my help, please leave a message, or maybe you can directly ask me. Okay, then.
Done, Doctor.
The other student also complete Sorry, I can read your message
Complete, Doctor.
Okay, if you
Complete, Doctor.
complete this, then next we need to implement the logout in our emulator. Okay, in our emulator where you inside the rover. Okay, so to do this, you need to go to the app underscore logo.dat. Okay, so here we have a list. One is for what? For order. We use a list style. By the spacing. List style order, and then we have a manage product. Okay, here you also need to have this. You need to. This is a new code. Okay, what you need to do to get this done, just copy paste. Copy here. Divider until this this bracket sorry. Okay, yes. Until this style and then copy. Copy and then make a changes here. Okay, icon for the logout I'm using .exit underscore to underscore app. And then I put the logout as a text widget as a logout. Okay. And then on tabs, we need again to close. First you need to close first. Navigator of contact.pop. If we close first and then you call it a provider data provider for authentication. Okay, and then pass the contact, and then I don't want to listen to the listener, so make it as a fork, and then you need to call this method that you write just now. Okay. Okay. So do it and then try to restart your program and then try in your emulator. I don't know whether I restart or not. Okay. Just try in my emulator first.
Driver is title.
Okay, for complete then please test. Okay, may I stop this sharing?
Oh,
Are you complete until
Memang
this part?
doktor. Sikit lagi.
Okay, cepat. Because I need to. Okay, I have in my drawer I have a new list not as a log up. Test okay. Jalan. Okay. Sudah belum? Dan Allah, you managed to copy until this part?
1 minute, doctor, still.
Still, okay.
Last line.
Okay. First try to complete by 1 hour. Tapi maybe have slightly exceeded the time.
listen.
Done Everyone complete Okay, can I stop this? And then I want I think 1 or 2 students maybe share your try to demo. Okay, this completed try to demo. Maybe ada student Tadi Siti Nadra kan, so ada student try to share. Okay, thank you Asya. Okay, Logout Okay, great. Okay, it's work
Betul, jadi.
Itulah macam itulah. Complete. You log in and then you force to log out. Okay, Oshin managed to get it. But how about Amir Hilman? Amir, you got it or not?
Atika Asli.
Atika? Nur Ain?
Atika, Dr. Tani tu.
Still running. Shalini? Shalini, you managed to do it? Still running juga? Why you are still running lama? When you open your Visual Studio, you run. You go to run run without debugging. Once your emulator display your app, so you don't need to stop. Whatever changes you, try to share it, Amir. Whatever changes you make, then you need to just click the icon green, restart. So you don't need to stop your emulator permanently. Because next time if you want to run it, it will take long time. Amir, can you share? No. Or you have the internet problem? Okay, thank you, Amir. Okay, you log in first, then after that you go to the rover and try to click log out. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, things are set. I hope everyone also get the similar result. Okay. Okay, next, I want to let me just demo to first. My person that is mine before I share. Okay, thank you, Sabrina. Where is my emulator? Okay, besar mana my emulator? Wait, okay, this part. Okay, next task, the last task we want to implement is how to automatically to lock out the user when your token is expired. Okay, I implement this part, but I need to try whether it's running or not. No, okay, this one I need to change. Let me just share this part. Okay, you see my screen, both?
Nampak, Doktor.
Okay, let me just try to disable this part first because I want to see, because 1 hour, so I want to simulate the auto lockup. So I just make it as 8 seconds. Let me just try to restart. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. There's this part only. Then after this, we complete our session. Okay.
Mana tu?
Okay. Okay, this part, you know, right? This part is we try to check the token expired time, and then if this time is exceeded the this time when we make a comparison
Astaghfirullahaladzim.
when we make a comparison, this is actual code, despite the one that I commented here. Different with the current time, and then it will force the application to look up. But this one I don't based on this. I just want to show you this scenario. That's why I put as a 8 second. So give me to log in first. To check if it is running or not. Because certain part sometimes even though the logic is correct, it's not properly running. Okay, you see okay, now you see so after this they will automatically go to the login screen. You see? Class, have you seen? I don't know whether
Yes,
you
doctor.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, doctor. Can
okay.
Yes, doctor.
This is for temporary. Later I want you to disable this part. The actual code this part. Because this based on 1 hour or 60 minutes provided by the Firebase. But this one I only just want to do a demo. Okay, so later you copy this source code. You need to enable this part to show to me. So for the time being, I try to into the original source code. Alright, let me just compile. Okay, for this part, there have few things that you need to do. Okay, first you need to since for this to check a timer, right? You need to have or to import this. First, you need to import this. Try to write in your program now. Import that asynchronous, because we use timer. So whenever you use timer in Flutter, you need to have this package. Okay. Okay, done. So after that, you need to create the auto logout method. So in order to create, you use a timer. So you need to define first the variable. So define here. So at the first glance, I put as a default as a none. So in order to avoid the syntax error, so I need to put a force to tag the null. Part, Okay, write this variable. Now, done.
Yes.
Okay, done.
Yes.
Done, doctor.
done, doctor.
Okay.
Doctor.
So after that, create a new method. Try to create this part. Auto logout. Okay. This method. Okay. Try to now to write this code now. Okay, this code you understand, right? It will check first. Then it will check whether it timer auto timer is null or not. So if auto timer still have a value, and then it will force auto timer dot cancel. So it will cancel the timer. Okay, and then we define the time to expiry. This is we want to get the final value, the difference, okay, between the expiry date with the current time, and then we comparing in the seconds. Okay, this is once you get this time to expiry, and then you use this timer, and then with the duration. Okay, then you specify the second property as the second, and then you pass the value that you assign to the previous variable, time to expiry. Okay, comma, and then if it is valid, and then it will go and execute the logout procedure by calling this logout method. And then after you complete this part, not only this, you need to also to take care about the method logout. So you need to check also if the timer still have a value, so you need to reset it. Pause to be cancelled and then reset as a none. This is also important. Because if you are forcing it to log out, you need to make sure this must be initialized. Okay. So once you've done this, and then please add this part in your logout method. The one that I highlight here. Okay, done here. You complete this part.
Kan doktor?
Okay, once you complete this, and then since you already have this method, then next you need to call this. This call auto logout. So you call this in the authenticate method. This inside this part also. Okay, so you put here in this method authenticate, and then you put here okay. Don't put at the top one because this is different. This is the to get the token by passing your email password and token. Okay, you get the response data, but this is after you complete this process. Okay, so after you complete this process, and then this will be executed, and then to check whether your current token expiry time is exceeded or not based on your current time. If not exceeded, then it's okay. Just we proceed with the current status of the application. Okay, just put here. Okay, done
Done.
Okay, class, have you until this part?
Yes, doctor.
Yes,
Okay,
doctor.
once you have this, and then next is to test the application. So how to test? Please disable this part and then enable this part. So how to disable? Go to your edit, toggle line command, and then you enable this part. Edit. Okay. So test for 8 seconds. I try to test 3-4 seconds, but no, you can see. If you want to make it more, you maybe can make as a 10 seconds also possible. Okay. So I will stop sharing and then I want student to demo to me this part. And this is the last part. So after you complete this, then we already finished for the logout. Actually, I have one more. How to automatically what we call it, log in for the user. Something like you save the password. But the one I'm still working. There is a few things that is not fully running. Okay, done. Try to show before you run. You try to show your code to me first. Your code for auto logout method first. Because I want to check to make sure that you make it as a 8 or 10 second. Okay, who want to volunteer? Siapa yang belum lagi share setakat ni? Tolonglah share dan we are towards to the end of the class. Maybe share lah something. Okay, thank you Atika. Atika, are you sharing or are you left? I thought you sharing.
Tika live ke? Tika live ke? Tak tahu lah. Doktor sebut nama tadi. Dia kata thank you Atika dengan Atika nak share. Share screen. Lepas tu
Okay, guys, have you done it? Who want to share or want to show the output? Okay, thank you very much, Angel. Your code for auto logout. Okay. Then okay, you can restart. Click the green button. Oh, you run Why? Have you have your emulator? No. Just press that. Because if your emulator is still active, you just press the icon green. No need to run. Otherwise, you will wait longer to get back your apps on top of your emulator. Okay. Try to enter and then okay, I want the other student to see the timer. Okay, we see a list of product. Then after 8 seconds, and then we go back to the login. Okay, great, good, great. It's running well. Okay, it's work. Okay, thank you, Yin Yin. Okay, Sahira, have you got similar with the output that produced by Yin Yin?
Tiga jawab dah.
Nurin Nadia? Okay, good. She also got it. Ala, you got it? Okay, good.
Okay, doctor.
Got Okay. How about the others? So if you got it, so okay, good. So basically, for today, we cover these three tasks to add the logout. Actually, there are 4, but I'm still working one more. One more, I try to enhance to try to automatically log in. So mean that first time you log in and then later you go into your apps, you no need to log in. So this one is slightly tricky and very difficult because you need to not to store your token in the variable or in memory of your app. You need to store a value into a device directly. So this one I'm still working and then I'm testing just now, but it's not work. Even though I check the coding is slightly in place, but need to add in order to ensure that this working and runs smoothly. Okay. Before I end this session, any question? Hopefully this week I will give you the final quiz. Okay.
Okay.
The final
Doctor,
quiz.
can
Yeah.
we make the quiz Sunday? So we study on weekend? Because this
Sunday.
code, if possible. So we can study on weekend.
No. I think very simple. The quiz, short quiz only, 10 question, and
Doctor.
I try to make it easy. Hopefully, I can organize it on this Thursday.
Okay, doctor, no problem.
Because I need to accumulate all the mark because the week 14 I need to release the marks, right? Release a mark for the current assessment. Okay. So next week, I don't know, maybe just be ready for your individual project.
Next
If
week kan Dr. Khabar?
I think is suitable time, and then I will maybe arrange for the next week for the individual demo or maybe presentation on your products. You need to show to me. Okay, so for this I think 4 student from software engineering, right? Who Yin Yin, Teh, Chan, and then one more. I think 4 student of 3, I don't know.
Me, doctor.
Sorry, Oh, yin, eh? Sorry. I thought yin and yin is similar. Sorry. Okay. Four of us. So maybe we will do because you are still at home, right? Am I right? With the normal medium, using this, and then the rest maybe I might be meet you face to face. Is it okay? Or you afraid?
Oh, yes, okay, doctor. It's good.
Face to
You haven't
face.
meet me, right?
Yes, doctor, we want to meet you.
No. I meet you last week when Dr. Rabi'i conduct a test.
I didn't see you,
I don't know.
doctor.
I don't know whether you
I
realize
tu
you
doktor
just entered
cakap
or what.
dengar.
Okay.
No,
Doktor
So
doctor, we
Rafi'i
didn't see you.
masa
maybe
kecil
next week I
dengar.
will I will arrange for NP1 or NP2. So we just make it a very a quick session only because I also don't want to take longer time. Just to see and then Q&A a bit, and then I think should be okay one by one. So I think better one by one because I don't want everyone enter into the room. So I prefer one by one better.
Oh, Vincent dekat doktor sendiri gitu.
So give the
Oh,
student
Sheila lagi
flexibility also to
takut.
explain and so on and so forth. Okay. So if
Okay, betul
no
banget.
question,
Doctor, for
yeah.
the group project, still 16 the due date or you extended?
No. I think
Previously,
previously is on the week 15, right?
No.
by week, I don't
Yes,
remember, but
doctor.
I remember it
Sorry.
was 16, I think, 16 January.
No, doktor bagi tahu week 15, study week.
No, because last time I tried to get your consensus about what are the suitable week that you want me to, you are be ready to present for the group assignment. And then I say, I remember first time I say on week 16, but I think quite number of students say if possible to do in week 15 because they don't want to be disturbed because on the week 16 the examination started, right? So I don't know, it's depend on you where what about you? Do you think week 15 or 16 you want?
Week 15, which date, doctor?
Week 15.
15 is starts on 16 or on
No,
23?
okay, now is week 13, right? Week
Now it's
13.
13. Okay, 13.
Okay, week 15. So maybe we will go on
15 is
uh,
better.
15. So I will try to arrange on 26 and 27.
Yes, better, doctor. Yes, at least we have time.
20. I think uh, if I have enough time, I will do the whole day. But if not, I will break two sessions. One is 26, one is 27. But if possible, I try to make it one full day
Lah,
lah.
tak dengar.
It's better. Okay, so maybe
23.
morning session and also afternoon session. So I have two session because our class also we got 23 students, so not really big. So I think it should be okay. It can be finished by one day is enough. So I targeted on Wednesday, if possible lah. Is it
Wednesday.
okay? On 26 January.
Boleh
I
lah.
think this, doctor, okay, because it will be study week, no problem.
Yes,
Because
doktor.
I also give you already the authentication code, the logout, everything, so you can go and implement also in your application lah if you have a time.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so except I will look into maybe to just try to see after this what are the option for the because I remember that I need to show you certain part. Actually, we don't have enough time
26 tu
actually
submit ke present? Group project.
for these courses. Basically, it's
Present. You
better
submit
if
bila?
these courses can be break into two different courses actually,
Present.
so I can
Yang engineer tu?
cover a lot. Otherwise, it's a very struggle to cover. You know, a lot of things need to be learned. And okay. So for maybe tomorrow, I think first whether I want to. I can't give you more because we are having a time constraint. Okay, so maybe I will look into either animation or maybe native device. So let me just see first. Okay, so I prefer to introduce a native device or native device embed with the something like maybe maps or location, something like that. Okay, so we look first what we can do it for the last one. Okay, so I think that's it from me for today. So thank you again for joining this session, and then I will share you these 3 tasks in my notepad. So later you can go and get this notepad and you can glance through again the code, and I put instruction one by one, so you can try to understand the source code and how to come out or to construct the code for each of the tasks. Okay. Okay, so thank you again. So you can end this session. Please refer to your after this
Okay, Doctor.
WhatsApp
Thank you.
group. WhatsApp group. Then I will pass the file for these 3 tasks for today's session. Okay. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Doctor.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you,
Okay.
Doctor.
Welcome.
Terima kasih, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. Welcome.